My people, hello! I am back in Baltimore after spending 2 weeks in Chicago. And as I was unpacking and putting everything away, I thought I should show you what I took. Not just to, oh, well, this is what I had in my, makeup bag or in my toiletry bag, but to show you actually what I could live with successfully for 2 weeks. And the little amount it is in comparison to everything I have, which I showed you in the video of what I'm starting with, which if you haven't seen, I will link below. So let me show you. This is the makeup bag that I took. Has my name on it, Jenny Penny. And it was a gift from my cousin, and I use it for makeup. It's a toiletry bag, but I use it for makeup. And this was it. This is all I took with me. I also had this little brush bag with me, and that was it for makeup and for brushes. I also took a toiletry bag with my toiletries. I'll show you that in another video in terms of what I took to take care of my skin and just someone's here. What's up? What do you want? What do you want? Maxie was great on the trip. He was excellent. Right, Maxie? You're such a good boy. Such a good boy. And I think that because of that, now you're thinking you deserve something. What do you want? Do you want a treat? Do you want a treat? I don't know. You already ate. We went for a walk. You had a treat. I think you're good, dude. No? He heard me talking and he came upstairs. Okay, so let me show you quickly what I took with me because I don't want this video to be super extra long. So my brushes and my makeup. So in my makeup bag, I mostly took one of everything. So maybe I'll show you my brushes first. I took this sponge, which is still wet because I used it this morning to apply my makeup, and I took this little bag to carry it in. So when it was dry, it was in here, but then now that I used it this morning and it's still damp, I brought it back in this case. And then my brushes, the ones I took, are all in here, and they're dirty because these were the ones that I was using all week. And I'll show you. I still feel like there are quite a few of them, but I used them all, and in comparison to the loads of brushes that I have, this is actually not that many. So I took this little pouch that says my brush set. A brush set came in there. I don't remember where I got it. I think it was a gift. Someone gifted me a set of brushes that came in this little bag. I really, to be honest, don't remember which set it was. But it wasn't any of these. These are my preferred brushes. And what I have here are face brushes to this side, and then eye brushes to this side. And as you can see, I used them all. I have my favorite eye brushes, which are these look-see ones. My favorite under the brow bowl. Can I say this? Under the brow bone highlight. This is what I use this for. These I use to apply eyeshadow, to comb my eyelashes, and this is a concealer, and this is for to do sort of the under lower lash line sort of brow shadow there. I don't do that often, actually. So that was it. These were the brushes I took for the eyes, and this is a concealer brush. And then for the face, I have my setting powder, my brush for setting powder, my brush for contouring, my brush for blush, for bronzer, highlight and powder. I completely forgot to take a foundation brush, which I would have taken one of these flat top brushes, like for example this one I really like. This is a Sonia Kashuk one, or a Luxie one. Let me see, which one do I use for foundation? Oh, it's not here. See, that's why I didn't take it, because it's not here. It's not out and being used. But I will use something like this for foundation or for powder. But there's a flat brush. I think it's this one then, the one that I've been using for foundation, the Sonia Kashuk one. Because I can't find my Luxie one for foundation. It's not here. Oh, this one. This one is the It Cosmetics one. I've been using this one for foundation as well. But they're clean, they're here, and I completely forgot to take one of those brushes with me. Fortunately, I remembered to take a sponge. So every time I wore foundation in these past 2 weeks, I applied it with a sponge. So those were the brushes. That's all I took. That's all I needed. I wish I had a foundation brush, but again, the sponge did its magic and it was sufficient for applying my makeup. So in terms of makeup itself, this is all I took. Everything that's in this little pouch. And let's see, I took 2 primers. The Bye Bye Pores No More, or the Pores No More from Dr. Brandt. The Smashbox Photo Finish, what is this one called? Pore Minimizing. This is a pore minimizing one. So I took the 2 primers. I took my trusty, love this thing, lash curler. And then I only took 2 foundations. And so I have the, oh my gosh, this lighting is awful. Let me see if I can do it this way. There we go. The Estee Lauder Double Wear, and I use the shade 3WT Tawny. So it's warm. What does the T stand for? Well, whatever. The Estee Lauder one, and this compact powder, and it's a liquid. You pump it up and it comes out as a liquid. And I took the e.l.f. one that has salicylic acid. What ended up happening was this one was really mattifying, so it was quite drying. So I had to, if I was going to use this foundation, I had to use it with this primer. And if I was going to use this foundation, I could use it with either primer. So like for example, today I was using this foundation with this primer because this is more humectant, the foundation, and this is more drying or matte. So I had to sort of compensate with the primers. Okie doke, we're back. Sorry about that. My mother-in-law called me. Okay, so primer, foundation. I took 2 primers and 2 foundations. I took 1 bronzer, my all-time favorite butter bronzer. I took that. Let's put it over here. Let's see if I can show you in this better lighting. Maybe if I can move this over here. Whoops, made a mess. Okay, yeah, better lighting. So I took the 2 foundations, 2 primers, my eyelash curler. I took this as a contouring palette. I don't use this highlighter, so I took my Essence Pure Nude highlighter as a highlight. So I had contour, bronzer, highlight, and that was it. And then for powders, for setting, I had my Rimmel Stay Matte powder, which I've hit Mega Pan on. And I took my NYX HD finishing powder in Banana, which I also have hit Mega Pan on. one of the things, and the reason why I wanted to show you this, is that I took with me my favorite products, right? And it got me thinking that if and when, because obviously I'm hitting pan on these because they are my favorite products, when I'm out of them, I'm gonna have to go, because it's my no buy year, I'm gonna have to go into my other powders, right? And I'm not going to be able to use my favorites anymore because I already hit pan on them, and I'm going to go through them. This one is on its last leg, and this is one of my favorite primers. So it just got me thinking of, is this new year going to be about me just using stuff I don't like because I have it and because I have to use it? I don't know. We'll reflect on that later. These were the only two eyeshadow palettes I took. The Too Faced Sugar Cookie mini palette and the Too Faced Tickled Peach. Yeah, Tickled Peach mini palette. These are two mini palettes. I really like these. Whenever I did my eyes, which was not every day, I used either this palette, which is on the warm side, or this palette, which is on the cool tone side. So that was it. This is all I had for 2 weeks for eyes. Let's see. Oh, I forgot my blush. So I didn't take any blush, and I know it's my no buy, but I ended up buying this, and this came in an Ipsy bag. And when I was there, and it was good because I bought this and I really used it, but it's a little bit light for my face. I still used it though. It is the this blush is called Bare Peach, and it's the Burt's Bees blush. I have one of these. I think it's Tickled Pink or Sweet Pink or something pink, but this one is Sweet Peach, and I wanted to buy this one, and since I didn't have a blush, I forgot to take a blush with me, and I cannot live with blush. I bought this one, but then in an Ipsy bag this came, and it was good that it came because really it's a completely different tone of blush. This one, it looks very warm here, but it's actually a little bit on the pinkier side. So for cool tone looks, this looked better than this. Okie doke, let's see, what else do I have? In the Ipsy bag also I got this Tarte foundation. I also used that once, and I got a scrub that I also used once. And for lips, I just took all of my Dose of Color lips. So I took these two from the Desi and Katie collection. They're called Be Main and a something taupe. Let me see. No, mauve. A mauve story. A mauve story and My Main. I took those two, and then these are lip glosses. These are moussey sort of liquid lipsticks. Moussey because they don't completely dry down, and they're not as drying and life-sucking from your lips as all the other liquid lipsticks. And then these are the lip glosses from Dose of Color that I bought recently. And then the other thing that I have in here are all sort of like the pencil products or the tube products. So I took my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, the anti-aging one that I'm using, that I use every day. For concealers, I took the Neutrogena one for blemishes, which I think is on its last leg. I think I applied it this morning, and I think it's not going to twist anymore. And the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. I took these two concealers. I took one mascara, the Better Than Sex one. Been loving that, and well, I used it every day. I took my mascara repairer whenever I get a flaking or a transferring of a mascara on application when it's still wet. I use this pen, e.l.f. pen. It's a makeup corrector pen. And then for eyelashes or eyebrows, I mean, because for eyelashes this was the only mascara I took, but for eyebrows I had the e.l.f. brow pencil. I had the L'Oreal brow what is this called? I think it's Brow Stylist Boost and Set. You can't see it because the light is awful, but it's right there. The L'Oreal one, and then I took my NYX Control Freak. This is a clear gel. So I would either do my brows with this and this alone, or I would combine the e.l.f. pencil and the Control Freak to do my brows. For lip liners, I only took two, one pinkier one and one warm toned nude. So I only had these two that go great with all the lip products that I took, and I took only one eyeliner, this brown one, which is on its last leg. It scratched my eye, so I think I can't use this anymore because it's to the point where it's really scratching my eye. And that was it. That was all the makeup I took with me to Chicago to use in over 2 weeks. So that is that. I have, I took a setting spray, and this is a primer from Scandinavia, a priming spray that I ended up using this as my setting spray because I used up my Urban Decay mini setting spray, and then I was using this as a setting spray, and that's why it's in the makeup bag. But I'll show you what I had in my toiletry bag. But yeah, I wanted to show you this because this is it, people. This is what I used for 2 weeks. And to be honest, if this is all I had in life for makeup, for every day, forever and ever, I'd be set. I would be completely content using these products. These are my favorites of my collection of makeup, or my arsenal. I really don't like that word, collection. And that's it. That if I only had this, if I had this and only had this, I would probably be content. Maybe I would want to have more eyeshadows to choose from. Maybe I would want to have more blushes to choose from. Maybe I would want to have other foundations. Certainly I would want to repurchase any of these when they were done with, but I would be content using this. I was happy with my makeup and how my makeup turned out. The only thing really that I missed was not having, when I didn't have blush, because none of these things I took with me. All of these things I sort of got or received when I was there in Chicago. But the things that I took really were things that I love and would wear forever and ever and be happy with them. So it's a little bit of a reality check for me that everything that fit in this bag, and it was loose. I mean, you saw it when I showed it to you at the beginning. It wasn't like to the brim. I could easily close it and easily put more things in it. That's really all I need. So all of this other stuff that you see here and over here is really extra. Okay, so I will let you go, and I just wanted to show you what I took with me on my trip. Bye-bye. Thank you for stopping by, and I will see you again soon.